Hello, everyone. Good to see you again. Welcome back if you've been to my channel before. It's always fun to see how many of you are watching and enjoying my videos. Those of you, this is the first time, I'm Deanne Castro. I'm a creative memories advisor in Bakersfield, California, and I do a lot of scrapbook borders. And I also do scrapbook pages, but those pages aren't mine. I just don't always feel I'm creative enough to do those. So I find really fun ideas from different places, mostly the Creative Memories blog or from the project recipes. And today, the one I'm going to show you is from the Great Escapes project recipe. And this is back from May 2019. So it's kind of old, back before COVID, but I'm excited to show it to you. So let's go ahead and switch over here. And um, let me get that set up and switch to the desktop. And I don't have much to show you at the moment because today was my granddaughter's, my third grandchild. It was her first birthday. So these pictures were just printed right now when I got home. And I couldn't wait to show them to you and make a birthday page out of it. So aren't these cute? Isn't she adorable? I just love it. It's so pretty. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is this is the original Great Escapes pages. Um, there are three-inch pieces on each side, and they're a little bit smaller than the other as you go up or down. I think it's kind of hard to see, and I did a sample already. The sample I did was with our new patriotic paper. And so here's the left page. And I used our Border Maker cartridge, our Starry Border Maker cartridge here on the bottom. So there is a color underneath it. Wasn't quite sure which color to put underneath it, but there you can see the stars on the bottom. And then here's the right page. And so the stars were on the bottom of the left page, and now they're on the top of the right page. So I thought it came out really cool. But this time for the birthday pages, I'm going to use the Bright Delight paper pack. So here it is right here. This one actually came in the most recent secret box, and I have been loving it for summer because it goes really well with the summer paper we have. It's called Bright Summer, I think. No, that's not what it is. I'm sorry, I don't know offhand. But this one goes really well with all the colors of the new summer paper pack. So because the party colors were so bright and cheery, I wanted to go ahead and use this one again. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use the two orange papers with the little white dots as my background pages. Then I'm going to use these candy sprinkles, these multicolor striped, and the multicolored florals for the pieces that I'm going to be cutting. So the first one, we're going to use the 12-inch trimmer, and we're going to cut all 3-inch pieces. So we're going to cut these all 3-inch across. So you'll have 4 3-inch pieces, and then they're going to vary by size. The first 2 are going to remain at the 12 inches. So we're going to cut that one at 3 by 12. This one is 3 by 12. This one is again going to be 3 inches, which will leave me 2 3-inch pieces. But then I'm going to cut them 3 by 11 1/4. So we're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off of the bottom, or just off of one of the sides. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so we have those. that these are going to be reversed. That's not what I wanted on the back of those. That's right. We'll deal with it. We'll make it pretty. Okay. The next one is going to be 3 inches. And another one is going to be 3 inches. And you know what? I'm going to switch this up, because I like the back of these. So I'm going to keep these as the 12-inch pieces. And then I'm going to cut these at 3 inches. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other one. I'm going to cut this with 3/4 of an inch off one of the ends. And I stack them, and because I need 2 of them that are the same size. Now this one that I cut with 1/4 of an inch or 3/4 of an inch off the bottom, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it at 10.5 and make these the smallest. So pretend that this was my first page. This was the first page that I'm going to cut, because we're going to have these. We're going to turn them over and have this side. And then we're going to use these. So we have 2 that are 12-inch. These are a full 12 inches long. We have 2 that are 11 and by 1/4. Sorry, 11 1/4. They're 3 by 11 1/4. And these are 3 by 10.5. Okay? 12 inches, 11 1/4, and 10.5. Okay. Now I'm going to take another sheet. This is the 3rd sheet. And we're going to cut these into 6 by 4 inch rectangles. So I'm going to cut this at the 4 inch here. Then I'm going to cut this one at the 4 inch. Okay, we need 4 of them that are 6 by 4. So now I'm going to cut these in half. I stacked both of them together so I can cut them at the same time. And that's going to give me 4 of them that are 6 by 4. These are going to be photo mats. Okay? And this last piece that's 4 inches, I'm going to cut it at 4 inches. So I'm going to have a 4 by 4 inch square. And I'm going to cut it one more time at 4 inches to have another 4 by 4 inch square. And this one is extra. I won't need that one. Okay, and all the cutting for that is done. I'm moving the trimmer out of the way. Now, I'm going to move my photo mats over here. I don't need this one. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to use the Border Maker cartridge. And the one I'm going to use is the confetti. Since this is a birthday party, I'm going to use the cartridge that's the confetti. And these pieces are only 3 inch long. But I'm going to want one edge of all of them cut with this Border Maker cartridge. Now, I'm using a Border Maker cartridge that stays on. This is not going to pop off. It's not going to come off. The next one I'm going to use is the Princess Crown one. It will come off the page and make just a regular little border. So I'll show you the difference here, but this one I want to stay on. I don't want the piece that I cut to come off. So since this is not directional, it's not going to matter which side of it that I trim. So I'm going to put this in here and I'm just going to set it right on the bottom. I've opened the tray up, putting this back down on the paper to hold it in place. And I'm going to push the tray back underneath. Now I'm going to put this mark on here lines up with the mark on the paper tray. See, I have that mark there, this mark here. And then there's a little knob right there. So I've lined those up. And these little teeth type things will fit right underneath there. So I'm going to punch it once, move it over to the next little blue knob, and punch. Okay, now one on one page is going to go up, and the other one on the other page is going to go on the bottom. So now I'm going to do that with this one. This is the 11 by 1/4 inch pieces. I'm just going to stack them, punch them the same time. And again, put them both together under here, push it up to the end of the tray. Put the magnet down to hold them in place. And I'm only going to punch the bottom 2 marks because that's as far as it goes. Okay, one of them is going to go up and one of them is going to go down. And I'm going to do the same thing with the last 2 pieces, which are the 12-inch pieces. Pull the tray out, put them in the paper tray, line it up on the bottom, and punch the bottom 2. Okay. One of them is going to go up, one of them is going to go down, and we're done with the cutting. Move that out of the way. All right, so now on the left-hand page, all of the little punched parts are going to go on the bottom. So I'm going to lay it out here. I'm on here size-wise. Move the ones for the other page out of the way. Now, because these are 3 inches and the paper is 12 inches, I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to take this 12-inch piece, put some adhesive on the back. You don't need tons. And then if you want, you can put some repositionable tape on the punched edge to hold it down. I'm going to line this up at the 1.5 inch mark over. So the top's going to be at the 1.5 and the bottom is going to be at the 1.5 inches. And that will center these on the page. Then I'm going to put the adhesive on the next one. Put some repositionable tape on the bottom. Okay, put this one up against the top of the paper and then line it right up against this one. Okay, now I just ran out of regular tape runner. I'm going to pull another one out here and switch this out. There we go. Now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this one. And the reason I switched up the paper was I thought this one was not going to be reversed, but it was. And I don't really care for the back of this one. So that's why I switched up the paper. And you may need to do that with yours too. It all depends on the colors that you choose. But just know that the first piece that you cut is going to have all 4 pieces that are 3 inches in width, and you'll have 2 on one side, and then you'll turn the other 2 over to give you the opposite colors. Then the third paper will have the third one. Okay? So at the moment, I'm done with this one. I'm going to move it out of the way, and I'm going to bring over the right hand page, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line this up on my 13-inch mat so I can see what I'm doing here. And the biggest now is going to go on the far right. The next one is going to go here. And then the other one is going to go here. Okay. And now the reason I like to use the regular tape runner on most of what I'm putting tape on is because it is really easy to use too much of the repositionable adhesive, and you end up running out really fast. So it's really not very cost effective to use it all the time. I know people who use it all the time. They love it, and that's great. I prefer to save a little bit of money and to use the regular adhesive as much as I can. Okay, so now I'm lining this up, the top of the page. I'm bringing it in 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches on the bottom. And then I'm going to put the adhesive on the other ones. Oops, wrong one. Regular adhesive. Some repositionable on the top. Line this up against the other one. And the last one. And I did not mention on the first page, but once this piece is put down, then it's going to be and I did this upside down. It should go this way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. You know what? I'm not. I'm just going to leave it. Just going to leave it like that. Okay. So we have them going up on this page. We have them going down on this page. And now we're going to put the photo mats on here. And I'm not sure I'm going to use them. So this one will go here. This one will go here. And we'll put one of those 4x4s up here. So that's how the directions show to use it. But since I have my own photos, and I think they're going to stand out good enough against this background, I may not mat them. So let me pick my pictures here and just kind of see where I want them laid out. Because I don't have any that are going horizontal. All of mine are going vertical. So I'm just going to lay them out here. See what they look like. I'm not sure I'm going to use that one because that's the same as the other one. And I'll probably trim a little bit off of that one. I love these. Okay, this one's probably going to go over here somewhere. Okay, switch these around. So she's looking over this direction. I'll trim some of the bottom off of that one. Just tuck it under here for now. And then that one will be there about right there. Okay. So that's about where the photos are going to go. So that's the right page. This is the left page. So I'll just finish off the decoration on this real quick, and then we will be done. Okay. So I mentioned the Border Maker cartridge. This one stays on, and that's why we use that on these papers. This one with these little crowns will come off the page. So I want to get a different color so that it stands out. And let's see. Maybe I'll see. Green. No, I don't want to do the green. Maybe these blue dots. Okay, now I'm going to bring the paper holder back over. And because I'm using a full 12-inch piece, I will punch it all the way down. So I'm sliding the paper underneath here, putting it on the tray, lining it up against the edge, putting the paper tray back underneath. Now these are the crowns, the little princess crowns. And you'll see when I get done that these are going to come off the paper. Okay, so it came off the sheet of paper instead of staying on the top of it. And that's what I wanted it to do. So now I'm going to cut one more. Put it all the way to the end. And punch another one. So I just keep lining up the mark on the Border Maker cartridge holder with the marks on the paper holder and just punch it all the way down. Okay, and we'll move these out of the way. And then I'm going to adhere these onto these pages. Now here's where I use the repositionable tape because it has so many little holes and decorations in this paper that using the regular tape runner, it's not going to work very well. Now I think, where do I want to put this? Bring it up about half an inch maybe. I want it close to the bottom. There we go. Now on the other one, I'm probably going to put it across the top of this other one. And I'll bring it down about a 1/2 inch like the others were. Okay, so now we have those pretty crowns. So now I will be adhering my photos. And I am going to trim these down just a little bit because they are a little too big to put all of them up here. I was going to put that the other way. So that one will be up a little bit higher. This one will be probably about here. Then I'll add another one about right here. Aren't those cute? She's adorable. And then I'll finish off with these over here. Let's see, put this one about here. This one about here. Somewhere around right in there. Then I need to leave some spots for journaling. So I'll probably put some journaling in here about her first birthday and how much fun she had. Just a few things that her mom told me about her. And then maybe some stickers or something right there. And this one is a photo of her cake. And I'll be trimming this off about here. And I just didn't bring my personal trimmer in with me at the moment. Oh, I could probably use this other one. Creative Members doesn't recommend that you use your regular trimmer to cut photos. It tends to make the blade a little dull, and it doesn't seem to cut as easily, but you can use it if need be. I think I want to trim a little bit of the tray off of here. Okay, so we can do this, move these over a little bit. This one here, and cut a little bit off the top of this one. See, it didn't cut it real good across. And cut a little bit off to this part. And that one can go over here. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know what you think of them. I do have, let's go back over here. So layout. I do have a Facebook group and it is in progress, but I try to add new products that are coming out each Monday. They don't come out every single Monday, but they've been coming out a lot lately. Adding ideas that I find from the Creative Memories blog or the worldwide crops that they have. There's some people out there who do amazing things with the sketches and the things they come up with their papers and their photos and stuff for their album pages. So I try to share the ones that I happen to look through and see some that really catch my eye. And then I also try to share some of these videos in case you didn't see them on YouTube. You'll see them on my Facebook page. If you do not have an advisor, feel free to go onto my website and check out all the products and let me know. I can answer any questions that you have. I'd love to help you out if you don't have an advisor, but if you're already working with somebody, please order these products through her because I know that she probably works really hard for you. Okay, and if you have any other questions, my email is dncmc2@yahoo.com. And if you happen to like this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, think about it. I'd appreciate it. And just hit that subscribe button and you're good to go. So I hope you guys had a great rest of your week whenever you happen to be watching this. And blessings to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.